I'm going to go ahead and start shooting everybody's stem cell. The opposite of a prank is an observance of weather, wind, and motion, and perpetual, constant flow. And when you realize that Mountain Dew Pitch Black wasn't really invented by T.I. It really wasn't for a minute, because, in 2008, he made the song, I got my beat down low and my top lit back, see me riding forward with my window pitch black, right? And then there's Mountain Dew, pitch black. And thought, man, I never saw that in one of those stores, and now all of a sudden, last October, they just came out with it again. And, I got to go in the store, got to walk in, got to go in and open up that refrigerator and see if there's anything good, something different, and grab Mountain Dew Pitch Black because I've never seen it before. Don't really remember it very well. And worked my way to the convenience store's desk and, spent $2 and so many cents, 78. Maybe it was $2. Anyway, sad thing is that we actually have more than just that song going on and where it came from going on. And the even worse news is that it's probably actually plausible and not plausible if it's just for the conversation and its simple effect that Mountain Dew Pitch Black is created in 2004 and not by T.I., the musician from where he was from. Now, as far as suction and not kissing, you can use that rule and putting the syllables in the back that it say he's from Atlanta area, or even Bankhead, where he said that he was from, right? There is still a small, tiny amount of residue after that great moment was ruined. I made a video before this, and I thought, that the Pitch Black was actually there before T.I., after T.I. made it, and then it was just a prank on me that he made it, that the Mountain Dew Pitch Black, that he came up with that song 4 years after 2004 when he made that song. I like my beat down low, my top pitch back, see me riding 24 and my windows pitch black, because it sounds like Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Windows is Windows, WINDO. It's kind of, but it would still have the drink, And, I just don't think there's just some fat pouch person that just doesn't translate it very well. But, before 2004, there are also things leading up to that, because it is a circle that's moving like this, kind of revolving. Also, you have to realize that he did think of it as a prank. He could have been going the other way. And, you could have also realized, dogs bark, and I think that the principle kind of has a little bit more articulation than an animal speaking and birds chirping, also can woof, like bark, like the bark does, which is pretty easy to illustrate, when there's Mountain Dew and pitch black. And I mean, even though that guy made the song, it's probably inspired, by the Mountain Dew pitch black, or he didn't see it yet, and he made the song anyway, and then he thought that he made it later. Still, I mean, there's still kind of like if he was from Atlanta, Atlanta was there before Mountain Dew, and if you use suction to just single out that part, I mean, you'd realize that I'd have to apply suction, like kind of like there's a glass wall, and then there's just kind of like you're like checking your heartbeat. But Mountain Dew and Atlanta seems to fit in this, in a little tiny part if I speak the way I speak, which could kind of if it was more pronounced, and poor is not me getting shot with a shotgun and my head blast off, to outer space, then I would say that I mean, I guess, in the future at least, you could say that that was his idea, because if that is true, then it will apply it the next round, the next time something comes out like that. You can believe that it's like that by enforcing it. It doesn't mean that you have to believe it or not. It's just the science of, if I'm nodding my head, I think that is going to work. It will next time. It'll revolve all the way around, and it should work next time. It should work next time. So, ATL is not Atlanta. And that's already been done, as far as that. AIN is probably the ATL or something. It could be a little small 3-letter hump in there. That is a really tiny suction, but it is full suction, so I think it has enough suction in that small word to, get that understood. So I think that where he was from, according to where I'm at, could be, something, even though, probably not applicable yet, but, if it does get to revolve around and, I mean, it's not stupid, but I mean, when you talk to people that, drink a lot and have a lot of fun and make a lot of music and play and just, have fun. I mean, I've had family and friends that, just kind of mess around and they think that they did that, And I mean, it's pretty small of a idea, really. I mean, just to think that somebody made this song and it says Windows pitch black, and then Mountain Dew pitch black is actually why that the Mountain Dew pitch black was there, because he said Windows pitch black. Even though there's probably another side to that of prank where, he said maybe that'd be the reason why he didn't make the Mountain Dew pitch black, because he said M instead of W. That could probably be why. So he probably wanted his Mountain Dew pitch black. It's not the same thing as fountain, but I really don't have anything else to describe. It's just kind of, basically a myth, taking a small word piece of it and then putting it in another area, rotation, see where it came from, why it was there, if it could have become something later. And it did already. I mean, there's something that would have made the sound beep, and, would have had the vowel of pitch and black and what you do, something, and, and then there would be someone who would be, and there would be a small comedy moment in somewhere else in the world, or somewhere else in humanity, or somewhere else, in space, somewhere and somewhere, that would have already been thought of, I mean, I'd say that it's plausible. And I'd say that it's definitely a scientific theory, that it definitely has happened many times before. Even though this one, there are songs, there are things that have definitely put things into perspective. But this one definitely gets it rolling very well, and it kind of teaches you, that if it was an example and there were other ways to kind of explain what I just said.